Yeah! Welcome to Bread and Butter. Get that bread and butter it. Hope you're all good people. Hope you're blessed. Hope you're having a lovely day. Look after yourself. Take care of yourself. Bless. Alright, let's get into it. So, we all want to make this bread. We all want to make money. Yeah? We all want to make sure we put that butter on it as well to make sure it's edible. Make sure it goes down nice. But to do that, we need to ensure our tinker's working. We need to ensure our mindset's there. We need to ensure we're thinking about the right things. All right. So let's dive into it. Mindset. What are you going to have to do to get that head straight? Get that head thinking in the right direction. Making sure you're taking the right steps to make sure you're thinking thoroughly. You're thinking clearly. You're thinking right. You're working out the steps you need to take to get your head right. Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to go to the gym? Do I need to speak to family? Do I need to do some research? Do I need to read a book? Do I need to go for a run? Do I need to speak to a friend? You understand? Once we've got that mindset, we understand what's going on with the mind. We can focus ourselves on this financial world. We can focus ourselves on getting that bread, getting that money. Yeah? Let's do a little gym workout. Make sure we're drinking that water. Can't always be on the pints and the beers. But grab yourself, get that mindset working. But once we get that working, we get that in the right order, we understand what we got to do, we're thinking positive about the way we got to move forward, then we need to understand we're getting all our money, you're putting it in a bank, whichever one of these big banks. Is that Wells Fargo, NatWest, JP Morgan, Nationwide, Santander? All of these big banks in a standard current account, they're probably going to whack you less than 1%. If you got 10 grand in there, by the end of the year, you probably get £100, if that. If you got a high interest savings account, you probably get max £400. So what are they doing with your money? They're buying the cigarettes and they're tapping the ash on your face. They're getting the box. You're getting the ash. You're not even getting the tobacco. You're getting the ash. The dry ash. Yeah. You don't want ash, mate. You might think it's all right, but you don't want ash. No, you don't want the ash. So, we can't complain about it. That's not what we do around here. We don't complain. We find solutions. All right? We find solutions. How do I make my bread? We find solutions. We print money the legal way. Legal. We print. Well, we can't print the money like the Bank of England does. Or the Federal Reserve does. We can't do that. But we can print if we use our head, if it's in the right place and we get the right skills. So let's dive into it. How are you going to get more on your money, more than the 1%, 4%? If you're a complete beginner, then let's look at the stock market. Stock market, where the place of the bulls and the bears. The bulls and the bears. You're a bull if you want the stock market to go up. You're a bear if you want it to go down. Whichever one you are, you want to make money, or you're bullish or bearish. Now, me personally, on the S&P 500, I'm bullish. What does that mean? That means I'm going long. That means I'm putting in a buy. I'm buying the S&P 500 to make money in the long run, predicting that it will go up. Now, I believe it will go up because more than 90% of the time, the S&P 500 is going up. So what is the S&P 500? It's Standard & Poor's Index Fund. The S&P 500 is on the stock market. There's thousands and hundreds of stocks on the stock market. Not everyone wants to be going through the whole stock market, finding all the companies, doing their due diligence on the company's profile, doing their due diligence, finding out, doing their analysis on the company's income and expenditure, on the company's reports, on the quarterly earnings reports. You might not want to do all of that and find the companies and study the charts. No, you might not have the time for all of that. So what do you want to do to beat the bank? The S&P 500, what is it? It's 500 of the biggest companies in America, large cap companies. What does that mean? It's the biggest companies. It's not a small company. So let's put this into some perspective. You might get a small company that's making millions, but that's a tiny company compared to these S&P 500 companies. You might get a company that's making millions upon millions, but it's worth millions. That's still a tiny company. So for example, what companies am I on about? I'm on about companies like Apple. I'm on about companies like Microsoft. You understand? I'm on about even companies like Nike. These companies are worth billions and billions, hundreds of billions. Apple's worth touching 3 trillion now. 3 trillion. 3 trillion. That's 3,000 billion. So what does that mean? Are you gonna do you trust Apple to fail? Do you trust Apple to fail? I don't. Do you trust, Apple won't fail? Yeah, I trust they don't. I trust they won't fail. So I'm happy to put my money in a bunch of 500 companies. It's like a fruit basket. You got your apples, your pears, your strawberries, your bananas, your grapes. And if you've got all of them and you're going to take it to a friend as a gift, and you get there and you realize, oh, one of the grapes have gone mouldy. Well, it's fine, because we've still got the apples, the pears, the bananas, the strawberries. We can still eat. We've still got our bread. We're still good. So that's the S&P 500. It's a basket of companies. And if one goes bad for any reason, then it's fine, because you've got 499 other companies. So what does that mean? That means that your money is pretty much safe there. And guess what? More than 90% of the time, your money's going up on the S&P 500. Oh, but what about if I lose all my money? You don't lose your money until you end your trade. If you go on the stock market and you've got £10,000 in there, now the bank is going to give you £400 on your £10,000. The S&P 500, now that, on average for the last how many years, 20, 30 years, even longer, gives you 10% or more a year. 10% or more, that's £1,000 a year minimum. Get your missus something for Christmas. Get your kids something for Christmas. Go on a little holiday where the bank has given you enough money to buy a bag of chips. So invest in the S&P 500. Leave the stock picking to me, Mac. My name's Mac on the Bread and Butter channel. Leave it to the financial experts. I'll help you out, don't worry. But you invest in the S&P 500, get you 10%, a bag of 500 companies, one click, and get on with your day. Invest your 10 grand and get your £1,000 at the end of the year and get on with your day. Don't have to worry about anything. Don't have to worry if a company or two fails. It's a ETF, an exchange traded fund. It's sorted out for you. It's all managed for you. You don't have to do anything. Well, look guys, just wanted to introduce myself. I wanted to make sure you guys had a way to make money and had your tinker, your head in the right place. Over and out. Bread and butter. I'm Mac. I love you guys. Yeah!